good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, Shalayla?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. You were doing some sequences and series earlier?
Yes, I was. I'm still in the chapter.
Okay.
And I came across this question, which I'm kind of confused about. It's a step question, where there are two ways to get to a step, and from that step you find how many ways there are to get to the next step. And I'm not sure how to put that question together.
Okay, let's work it out.
Okay.
See, we already have some steps here, right?
Yes.
Let's imagine this is our step number 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? And first let's create a problem for ourselves, then we'll solve it, right? Good thing.
Okay.
It's good we are creating our own problem. So let's say you can take one step to reach the first step. And you have option to take 2 steps also, right? So you can reach any step in 2 different ways. One, you take 1 step, or you take 2 steps, right? So that is a problem. And then we'll figure out how many ways are there to reach, let's say, step number 5 or 6 or any other step, right? We'll try to figure out a pattern and find a formula.
Okay,
Are you
sure.
willing to do it?
Yes.
Good. So for numbers, what should we do?
We could use pine cones like
Yes.
we used in Pascal's triangle.
Wow, yeah, Pascal's triangle was excellent, you know. You still remember it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll use pine cones, that's fine.
Okay.
So this is step number 1. Tell me, how many ways can we reach from ground level to step number 1?
One way.
1? Okay, then just keep 1 pine cone. You can keep 1 pine cone. Give me the honor of keeping 1 pine cone. Yes, there it is. 1 for the first step. But if you could have taken 2, you wouldn't have reached, so there's only 1 way, right?
Yep.
Now, okay, so how could you reach the second step? How many ways?
You could take one leap,
Okay.
or from
1 leap is here.
Yep. Or from the first step, you take another step.
Okay, so 1 more. Okay, so the same number comes here, right? Because that was only 1 option, right? So we got 2 options for reaching the second step. How about the third step?
Okay. So we could take one step from here. So
Okay.
that would be 2.
2, okay, that's fine.
And then we could take one step from here.
The big, okay, so all those means 1. Yeah, 1. So we got 3 ways of reaching to step number 1, 2, 3. Now, how about step number 4?
Okay, so we could take one step from here.
That
So
means
that'd
how
be
many?
2 pine cones.
Okay. So 1 big step. That means you took a 2-step one, right?
Yeah.
And how about from here?
We could take one more step from here, which would be 3 pine cones.
3 pine cones. So we got 3 and 2, 5 ways of reaching this place, right? And that is step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th step. Now coming back to 5th step, how many pine cones you need for that? So we can reach from here because we have option for 1 and 2, right? So either you can go from here or you can go from
there.
here.
Yeah.
So how many pine cones do you need here, right?
We need 5 pine cones from here,
Yeah.
and 3 pine cones from
So
here.
get some pine cones.
Okay.
5 and 3 makes it 8. So get some 8 pine cones. Okay, give it to me. I'll place them for you. Okay, so 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 from there and 3 from there. You can put these small. Yeah, that's good enough. We got enough pine cones here. So 8 pine cones. That's very good pattern. You see? Now can you figure out a pattern rule for all this? So let's first count.
Okay.
Step number 1, how many?
1 pine cone and 2 pine cones. 3 pine cones, 5 pine cones, and 8 pine cones. Oh,
On the
I see the
fifth step.
pattern.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so for step number 3, you add the 2 steps before it.
Okay.
So 1 and 2, 3.
Great. So because you took 1 from there and 2 from here, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah, then?
And then 2 and 3 from here.
So 2 from there and 3 from there means 5.
5.
Correct? Then
And then 3 from here and 5 from here.
makes it 8. That's excellent. So what do you think should be our pattern rule? Can you give me some formula kind of thing so that we can find how to find number of cones on the 100th step?
Okay, so for the 100th step, you take the 2 terms before 100, which should be 98 and 99.
Correct?
But to get that, you need term 1 and term 2.
That's true. That would be a great exercise, right? Wow. So we say term 1 should be how much?
1,
And 2 should be?
2.
And then get the third one, right? So every next one you get by adding the previous 2. Well, we call this iterative formula. You heard about it,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
That's a beautiful formula and an easy way of doing it. But it's laborious, right? Exercise for you is to find general term. Okay, so that's straight. You can find how many cones are there on the 100th step. Well, that is an exercise for you to do, okay? But that's great job. Did you understand the step problem?
Yes, thank you so much. I think it was really helpful to have it on a step.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good.